I can't have someone on my show, especially a politician, on my 15th year and not talk about the Ambassador Bridge. So, as we're taping today, the news is it's going all the way, not just worrying about us here, it's going all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada. So give us your thoughts on what's transpired.
Well, I think the fact that the Supreme Court actually granted leave to hear this case is a sign that they see the importance that we see as well in the outcome of this case. So just to remind everyone at home, what happened here effectively is that the City of Windsor issued property standards orders under our bylaw to have the Ambassador Bridge repair the homes along Indian Road. And if you go drive by there, you'll see they're in really bad shape. And the Ambassador Bridge filed an application in federal court to claim that they were effectively a federal entity. The bylaws wouldn't apply to them, that they had permission under their act from 1920-something to go ahead and start taking these homes and doing what they want with them. The federal court said, no, you don't, Ambassador Bridge. They appealed that to the Federal Court of Appeal. The Federal Court of Appeal decided that, yes, they do have permission. So we said we can't sit back. The outcome of this particular decision would have long-standing ramifications for the City of Windsor in the future, as it does today, and we can't sit back and just roll over on this. So we said, you know what, City Council agreed. Let's file a brief and a request to the Supreme Court to see if they'll grant leave to hear this appeal. And we just got news yesterday that they did grant that leave, so they will be hearing the matter. And their outcome, of course, the highest court in the land, will be final, and it will be determinative with respect to the Ambassador Bridge's authority over land that's adjacent to the land they currently have.
Okay, this is your first time on as mayor, so I'm offering opinions. I'm offering a little help to you as mayor.
Free advice.
Free advice too, because the last mayor, he took my advice. He took it, but he didn't do anything about it. But I did. So, if they were to want to knock those, first off, everyone sold those homes, right? If they wanted to knock down all the homes and saying, yes, go ahead, knock them. They're not going to build the bridge in the middle of the night. They can knock all the homes down and you make them do parks or whatever till whatever's settled federally, if they can do it, or the environmental assessments and everything. What's wrong with that? You could believe a demolition moratorium, right? So answer why that can't
all of
happen.
Sandwichtown.
Yeah, but why can't that happen?
The Ambassador Bridge.
You're saying I stand in front of these houses, they're so bad, so let them lock them down because people sold them. They're gone.
Yeah, and I think the issue is that they haven't taken care of those houses. So they didn't buy them in the condition that they're in today. They've let them deteriorate to the point that they're in. And this is a pattern that has happened with the same owner on the other side of the river, where they basically buy homes, they let them become blighted, and then they get to the point where they say, oh, sorry, we have to tear them down now. And then everyone just thinks, okay, we'll roll over.
But you think people are going to want to buy one of those houses in 5 years?
Yeah, I think if they took care of those homes properly and actually did what they were supposed to do under our bylaws, which any other property owner would have to do under our bylaws, that there's nothing wrong with those homes along Indian Road or Edison Road.
Okay.
And so at the end of the day, there is no plan. The federal government has not given approval to the Ambassador Bridge to move forward.
Okay, there's no already approved customs truck or changing the customs area? Okay.
No, all of that is now in front of Transport Canada under the International Bridges and Tunnel Act application that they filed. They have no approval to move forward. Right. And when they do, and if they do get approval to move forward, then we still have to deal with Indian Road because the City of Windsor is the owner of Indian Road, the road itself, and they have to deal with that. And the problem is what they've done by doing what they've done today and letting those houses become dilapidated in the condition and the blight that they've created, it starts devaluing the other homes in the blocks next to it. And the issue is, if we didn't fight this matter to the Supreme Court, then the argument the Ambassador Bridge would make is, well, you know what, we have Indian, we'd like the next street as well. And there'd be nothing to stop them. There'd be no reasonable limit on them continuing to do what they have a pattern of doing. And so a lot of people will say, just let them rip down the houses and everything will be better.
I just said it.
We have no guarantee. We have no guarantee that the federal government will approve their application.
Okay.
We have no guarantee that they will be moving forward with the twin span in that location. Okay. And we have no guarantee that they will put a park in that location and maintain a park.
Couldn't that be written into it?
Well, at the end of the day,
at this stage, you're going to wait for the Supreme Court.
I'll tell you, at the end of the day, it comes down to when you're dealing with people, you have to have trust.
Have you met with Matty Maroon? Have you sat down and gone face to face with Matty Maroon?
I have met with his son, Matthew. I've met with Mr. Stamper. I've met with Mr. Korosek.
When was the last meeting?
A month ago.
Okay, good.
So the dialogue is open.
Okay.
We have not closed the door and said the City of Windsor doesn't want to talk to you. But at the end of the day, it has to be a reasonable solution for the neighborhood. This is the oldest neighborhood in the City of Windsor, and we're not going to roll over. We've protected the residents in that neighborhood this long, and City Council is not going to roll over, not prepared to roll over and just say, go ahead, tear them down, and we hope you get good luck with a new span. If they don't have a new approval for a new span, then we win at the Supreme Court, we expect them to take care of those houses like we would expect any other property owner in the City of Windsor to take care of their property.
Okay, because that's the highest court. There's going to be no discussion after that.
Correct.